Welcome to our all recovery meeting. My name is Karen and I'm one of your recovery coaches.
I am Craig. I'm also one of your recovery coaches.
And I am Michael, one of your capital recovery coaches. Good day.
Got a lot of material here.
Got a lot of stuff going on here, y'all.
Get ready.
Get ready. Big stuff. Big stuff.
All right.
All right.
Recovery on Wheels will be out next week on Wednesday at the Community Hub at Downtown Delhi on 705 East Wood Street in Vineland.
All right. What else we got? Any more announcements down here, Mr. Dingle?
Not that I'm aware of.
Got nothing?
I ain't got nothing for you. The only thing I got is
It's no roll on Monday?
I don't know who's off. I'm off this Monday at the police station.
Where you was at last month?
Bro is gonna be out and it's gonna be in Bridgeton in the state police.
State police.
State police guard. Come on out if you need any information in regards to some recovery, or if you have someone that's looking to go into some type of treatment, please bring them down to the Recovery on Wheels. You can also contact us by 856-391-7449 or 1-800-236-2448. Also, you can leave a message in the comment section to contact you, and we'll be able to reach out to you and let you know how things are going. All right. What else we got? Anything else? No, that's it, right?
So who we got for this month? For the spotlight?
Spotlight recovery is Bianca Perez. Good job.
Give it up.
Go to the Capital Recovery Center's Facebook page, and we spotlight individuals who have been successful in their recovery walk. And you can follow the link if you would like to share your particular recovery story. With your permission, we will be able to spotlight you in the year 22.
And what else is coming? We got some stuff coming for the 12 gifts, recovery gift that we're gonna be doing.
Oh yeah, we also doing some recovery celebrating gifts we're gonna do starting tomorrow. 12 gifts.
Virtual?
Yeah, it'll be on social media, and you'll be able to see the video that we made for the next 12 days, on not including the weekends, leading up to Christmas Saturday. And each day we're going to give you a little gift quote that we got from online, and hopefully it'll be an encouragement to those in recovery. What else we got, buddy?
I think that sums it up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get down to it. Let's see what we got here. So we're doing 37 ideas on how you can stay sober during the holidays. This particular thing we're going to do the first 12, and then after that we'll just finish up on the next following Thursdays. So we'll do 12 today, 12 tomorrow, and 13 on the last Thursday.
The Thursday before Christmas.
Thursday before Christmas.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. Thursday before Christmas Eve. That's right. Absolutely. That's good stuff. So with that being said, let's read, see what we got here, buddy. It says, for some people in recovery, the holidays can be tough, but you can make it in January with your sobriety intact. You don't have to let unfulfilling expectations, stressful family dynamics, or crazy in-laws threaten your recovery. Not to mention all those holiday parties. You just need a bit of preparation. Start planning your sobriety strategy. We've been talking about this lately a lot, guys. Start planning your sobriety strategy with these tips from the recovery book and My Life in Recovery website. MyLifeInRecovery.com is where we got this particular information from, and we're letting you know, so you'll be able to go to that website. The link is in the description, and you'll be able to go there and get some of this material that they have. It's really good stuff. So start planning your sobriety now with these tips from the recovery book in My Life in Recovery. So sobriety holiday tip number 1. Remind yourself every single morning how good it feels to be sober and how great it will feel come January. Remind yourself every single morning how good it feels to be sober. That's a great feeling, waking up, and you might have aches and pains. I have aches and pains in my body, but the pain ain't from being withdrawn from some type of substance. It feels really good. Remind yourself, this is the sober holiday tip number 1. Remind yourself every single morning how good it feels to be sober. Plant that thought in your mind right now and think about it every morning. Stick a note on your bathroom mirror to remind yourself to think about it every day. I have also strategy that I do to myself, and it's sending myself a text message. If I have a good positive thought, I actually text myself, and my phone is able to differentiate to who I call the most and who I text the most. The other day, it shocked me when it says you text yourself more than anybody. I said, wow, I text myself more than I text anybody. So all the text messages and stuff, this is reminding myself of how good things feel. So you got to do that too. You can stick it in a note, send yourself a text message, put it on the mirror. Just remind yourself every day about how good it feels to be sober. All right, number 2. Let's dig into it. Sober holidays tip number 2. Keep your expectation realistic so you don't set yourself up for an emotional letdown. Keep your expectation realistic. Don't go outside of what you're trying to do and the steps that you have created to stay on course so that you don't swerve to the left or swerve to the right. Stay on the straight and narrow. Getting sober doesn't mean life is instantly perfect. Other people in your life probably haven't changed, and many of the conflicts that crop up at family reunions will doubtless crop up again. Accept it, roll with the punches, and rein in the urge to manipulate everything and everyone. It will be enough for you to take care of and control yourself. Listen, don't get too caught up in what's going on around you. Always stay firm, stay positive, stay grounded in your sobriety and your recovery. Listen, this thing is not a race. It's one day at a time. And it's not, the old adage goes, I got to say it, the race is not to the swift, but those who will endure to the end. And so don't rush the process. When you're faced with a bunch of challenges, just do some self-evaluation, stick to the plan, and so you won't let yourself down. That's right. And one of the things that he said in there, he says, other people in your life probably hasn't changed. That's important to understand, that other people in your life hasn't changed when you are dealing with individuals and your life has changed. Just because your life has changed doesn't necessarily mean that their life has changed. So even though you might have find yourself in a situation where you're facing with some different expectations, and you might have expectations, well, since you changed, they changed. That's unrealistic, because you got a lot of people who have not even started the process of change. So just because you did, don't have unrealistic expectations and expect that everybody around you is going to be thinking and functioning just like you. That's not realistic.
Sober holiday tip number 3. Plan activities other than sitting around and gabbing. In many families, getting together for the holidays means sitting around and drinking. Investigate other options now. Movies, museums, holiday concerts, skating, walks, sledding, sports events can all help fill the time and limit stress. If weather keeps you inside, suggest activities that will keep everyone busy and focused, such as decorating holiday cookies, board games, or old movies.
I like that. Especially board game. I'm not a super guy at chess, but I got a couple moves you know, that I would like to take out and play on a couple guys, you know. I might get me a food mate, but that is so important, you know. Find some fun activities because there's so many things that, especially now we have the internet, there's so many things that, as Karen read, you can find to keep your mind off busy. That's right. Stay busy. Keep your mind off of a whole lot of stuff that may draw you up or trap you into doing some things that, you know, or saying some things.
Yeah, so you want to plan activities other than sitting around.
Wow.
You find something, be productive about the that's a holiday tip for you. Plan some activities.
That's good.
Instead of sitting around. Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Let's see what we got here. Sober holiday tip number 4. Limit the amount of time you spend with relatives who make you crazy. If everyone is gathering for the holiday, including your brother who drinks like a fish, plan on an overlap of just a day or two. If he arrives Christmas Day and stays a week, you can arrive a couple of days before Christmas. Help your host prepare. Enjoy your quiet Christmas Eve and leave the next day. Sober holiday tip number 4 is limit the amount of time you spend with relatives who make you crazy. You got to be realistic. Nobody know your relatives like you. So if they stir something up in you that could possibly trigger you to go back and use it, we suggest that you just limit your time, the amount of time that you're spending with that relative or at that particular house. Remember, you're the most important person in that equation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So holiday trip number 5.
What we got?
If you're traveling, go to meetings wherever you are. Find a meeting long before you get there. This will give you the boost to support shot you'll almost certainly need. The chance to say, sure, I love my family, but sometimes they drive me off the wall. Or to talk about whatever else it is that almost drives you to drink. Find a meeting now. And so that's a good thing. They give us a link here for all those who may need some more information or a link. And here's one that says, mylifeandrecovery.com/meeting. Once again, mylifeandrecovery.com/meeting. If you're watching this virtual meeting today, please write that information down if you're going to do some traveling, even if you're not doing some traveling.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting around, people are talking about stuff that you're not interested in, they're drinking, whatever stuff that you don't drink or they're using. Take some time out, step to the side, and link on to the link that I just gave and have a great meeting. To say, yeah, right?
Yeah, because there's a lot of support meetings you can go to virtually or in person. You just need to find those type of meetings, no matter what pathway you chose. If you like spiritual meetings, faith-based meetings, celebrate recovery, whatever they might be. You might, go watch some of our old videos on YouTube, shameless plug. But it's okay. Whatever you need,
that's right.
That's what you need to do during the holidays. If you're traveling, go to a meeting wherever you are. Next.
Sober holiday tip number 6.
All right.
If the holidays mean visiting your old hometown, take time to see old friends you enjoy. Avoid those you used to drink or use drugs with. Make plans now for how you'll occupy your time while there, so you don't find yourself with time to kill and fleeting thoughts of visiting the people who are still drinking or using.
Make plans now. What you're going to do before you get there. Don't wait till you get to these particular situations or particular places and say, okay, what I'm going to do now? All the people I used to get high with are here. All the people I used to drink with are around me. What I'm going to do? You need to make those plans before you even get there. You already know where you're going. And you already know what type of individuals you're going to encounter. So make plans now. Don't wait till the last minute. Especially if you know you're visiting your old hometown or your old neighborhood, because that can be a very strong trigger. That used to be a trigger for me every time I stepped foot around that area. I don't care how clean I was or how long I've been clean, I will eventually start using. And now I make plans before I even visit those situations. And most of my strategy is always to take somebody with me. I gotta have somebody with me. So let's move forward. Who was on there?
Yeah.
Sober holiday tip number 7. Remember what recovery zone you're in. If you're following the recovery zone system, remember where you are in recovery. If you're in early recovery, the red zone, you are bound to be a bit shaky. Don't push yourself or leave yourself open to temptation. It's okay to have a quiet holiday season. That's a good one. Remember what recovery zone you're in. Early recovery, when you first start out, that's called the danger zone. That's the red zone right there. You know what I mean? So, after 13 years removed from all my substance use, I'm not in the red zone no more. I know exactly what zone I'm in. And that's one of the tips that they say, sober holiday tip number 7 is, remember what recovery zone you're in. Where are you at in your recovery process? And the reason why that's important is because some things that I probably would not put myself in or able to handle now, I wasn't able to handle before. And that's only because I recognize what recovery zone that I'm in now. Right, buddy.
Sober holiday tip number 8.
Let's go.
Do a recovery zone recheck before the holidays get started. Do a self-evaluation. Do a recheck.
Recheck.
Check yourself before you break yourself. All right? I just wanted to put that plug in. But anyway, there's some good information, good material. Think about the events coming up in the next few weeks. What situation could possibly set you on the road towards relapse? That's a question. Seeing your ex-husband at a party? Question. Having a fight with your mom? Question. Have dinner with friends who drink? Question. Make a plan now for how you would deal with these events. Maybe you'll go to some extra meetings before you travel and plan to call your sponsor or a fellowship friend if anything does happen. Like Mike said, when he goes visit, when he used to go, or if he still go, he takes someone with him. And that's always good to have accountability partner. Or maybe you investigate online meetings now before anything happens so you can go to a meeting at a moment's notice. Remember, it's okay to retreat to an earlier recovery zone for a few weeks. It's always good to be able to retreat, to regroup, to gather yourself, because a lot of times when we retreat, it prepares us for a better comeback. And so it's good to say, hey, I'm gonna set this plan out, and so I'm hoping that this is a foolproof plan. By going to a meeting, have accountability, people around you, those are dynamics that we've set in place for a successful sobriety.
That's good stuff. Do recovery zone recheck. Notice in the middle of all what he said, I see that word again. Make a plan now. So don't. This is basically, it was up here in tip number 6 where it says make plans now. And verse 8. And tip 8, it says make plans now. And that's because that's very important. The reason why they are repeating it is because you don't want to wait till you get into the situations and then try to execute a plan. It's possible to pull it off, but it's a better strategy to have in place if you already have the preparation of a plan in place. It's better. It's always better to have proper preparation. All right. Number 9.
Tip number 9, if you're flying and feeling vulnerable, ask for help. Planes don't have no alcohol section, so the person right next to you might order something alcoholic. What do? Ideally, fly with someone someone who knows you're in recovery and will avoid drinking during the trip. If you're flying alone and feeling vulnerable, explain your situation to the flight attendant. Ask if he or she can help you change your seat if anyone next to you orders anything stronger than tomato juice. Swapping seats is almost always possible. If you do get stuck next to a drinker, close your eyes and meditate. Put your headphones on and zone out to music or a meditation recording. Or watch the movie. If you have Wi-Fi on the plane, contact a friend in recovery for support.
Big word, ask for help. One of the things a lot of people don't do, big word right there, is they don't ask for help. And a lot of times when we find ourselves in situations, we neglect to ask for help when really all we got to do is reach out to someone that we trust. Ask if he can help you change your seat if anyone next to you orders anything stronger than tomato juice. It's okay, because sometimes they have extra seats on the plane and somebody didn't show up, so it's okay. It's nothing against the person that you have next to you, but you want to ask for help. Don't sit there and just try to say, well, I'm gonna get through this, and just sit there and keep looking at them drinking. And that's gonna be the day that they have extra money, now they get extra drink. You can't wait on that. You gotta get out of there.
2-hour flight.
2-hour flight.
Ain't like return.
Not good. Who's on me?
Yeah.
Man, this thing. Hey,
we rolling.
Sober holiday tip number 10. Plan your own celebrations. I like this one. If you are traveling for the holidays, plan to celebrate with local AA or NA friends or Capital Recovery Center coaches. If you haven't been invited, do the inviting yourself. Follow old family traditions or start some of your own. It says, listen, you can plan your own celebration. So, I always call this, or I say it to my friends, the only time me and you can be able to hang out, y'all have to come on my turf. And what that means, my comfort zone, where I know that what's going on around me, what's in my house, what's in my car, that's my turn. So I plan my own celebration. We can celebrate, but we're going to celebrate on my turf. You got to do the same thing. That's the sober holiday tip number 10. Plan your own celebrations. You can take yourself out and get you a cake. You know how you go to Texas Roadhouse, it's my birthday or celebrate.
Sing me a song.
Yeah, tell them I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating 10 years clean or something, man. Bring the pony out.
That's right. Spread the peanuts on the floor.
Yeah. Bring me a cake with a candle, everything. Celebrate. Plan your own celebration. That way, it's so good to do that because you know exactly what you're going to be around, what you'll do, what you wouldn't do. So it's awesome to do that.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
Take control of the atmosphere.
That's right.
All right. Sober holiday tip number 11.
What we got?
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Like the West Indians say, take it easy, man.
Take it easy.
Don't rush it, man.
Okay.
That means relax. All right. They say get plenty of rest. Watch what you eat. Get your usual exercise. And take time for meditation. Very important. Maintain your recovery routine as much as possible.
That's good stuff.
That entails self-care.
Take it easy.
Just take it easy. Take some quiet time.
Nah.
Because we do a lot of hustling and bustling coming up, gearing up to the holiday itself. And so now it's time to, prior to the holiday event, get plenty of rest. You might want to read a book, a nice recovery book.
Yeah. Hey, taking it easy is one of the greatest self-care that's lacking in a lot of individuals in our society. And being as though we have a very stressful situation going on in our world overall, then facing situations in recovery or something that you used to struggle with, you just have to learn how to take it easy. Sometimes we make more out of things when it's really not that difficult. I'm always conscious of I learned from my mentors not to make somebody else's crisis my emergency. So they might be in a crisis, but I can't make everybody's crisis my emergency. I have to take it easy. Take it easy. So that's what we got to do. We all have to do that. Number 12.
Number 12, don't romance the drink or drug. If everyone starts talking about the good old days, leave the room. You don't want to start thinking about your drinking or using days. That can lead to preoccupation and obsession and then to cravings. Keep your focus on your life right now, your life in recovery.
Don't reminisce the drink or drug, the good old days. This is the one of the craziest things ever. It wasn't no good days. But to us, we think it was a good day. Probably we associate using drugs, good days when we using drugs when we had the most money. When we was broke, it was nothing good about trying to find out how we was going to use or drink the drug. We associate the good old days when we had money or the most money. But when anybody start talking about that, it says leave the room. Because they start to reminisce about those times. And when you start to reminisce about something, sooner or later, you'll start feeding your mind. Now you want to go probably try one drink, one drug. It's just not a good place to be in. Me being a spiritual person and foundation is in the Bible, it says meditate on good things. Whatever things are pure, whatever things are good, whatever things are just, meditate on those things. So if I'm going to reminisce on something, I'm going to reminisce on when I was doing something positive. So you can't reminisce on those old things.
And that's good. And to add on that, when I was in a therapeutic community for my recovery, we used to tell people, don't glorify your substance use disorder. I was not to say, don't glorify your addiction, but that's what we used to say. But don't glorify the substance use disorder.
Is running around talking on them ball store. Talking about how he robbed.
Yeah, don't beat me in the head. All right, keep it clean. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Get prepared for the holidays. We will be check out tomorrow when we have our 12 recovery gift tips. They will be on Capital Recovery Center's page. And we will see you guys Tuesday at 10 a.m. for coffee and conversation. Thank you.